What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Polo Shirt Nationalism, to your regularly scheduled content. I know that my last video was kind of different. By the way, if you haven't seen that, go flip and check that out because I'm super proud of that last video. It's kind of a channel trailer, if you will. But this is going to be a real quick one because I got stuff to do today. All right, so this is going to be a PSA. Hey, call it a PSN PSA. Huh? So I just wanted to tell you about why poor sleep basically ruins my life whenever I get it. So let me present to you the dichotomy, and this is going to be, again, it's going to be a PSA as to why you should freaking get good sleep because it's so important, and it's very underrated, especially, amongst those of my generation. We, high schoolers, we generally live our lives in a way where whenever we can stay up very late, we do. We just take that opportunity. So many people will, they'll get to bed at like 10 p.m. every night, but then on the weekends, like on Friday and Saturday, they will stay up until like 12 or like 1 and just go on their phone. It's so terrible. And not really many people understand why that is so bad. They just think, oh, I only need good sleep when, I'm going to school, and the other times, it's okay, because I can sleep in. But that's not good. So, whatever. Let me present to you the dichotomy of when I get good sleep versus when I get bad sleep. So, a couple weeks ago, I was getting extremely good sleep every night. I was doing all of the things that, you had to do, that all the YouTube sleep people told me to do. You basically, as a rundown of that, it's very important to do all these things. So you need to get to bed at the exact same time consistently every single night, no matter, when you have to get up the next day. It's always, if you go to bed at 9, you always have to go to bed at 9 p.m. You're not supposed to have, access to blue light before you go to sleep, like right before you go to sleep, for about like 20 or 30 minutes. And you need to obviously get 8 hours of sleep, but most people translate that into, okay, I'll get in bed at 10 and I'll wake up at 6, so I'm getting 8 hours of sleep. That's not how it works, because the time that you're in bed does not necessarily translate to the amount of sleep that you get. Even, the actual, like when you think that you fall asleep, that doesn't necessarily translate into how much actual sleep you are getting every night. So I was doing all of that. I was doing so good. And then something happened. I don't really know what. I'm not saying something happened as in it's like a specific event that I remember that changed my sleep. But I just started getting much like poorer sleep. I started, staying up much later and doing homework. And before, when I was getting very good sleep, I was feeling extremely good. I was so on point. I was sharp as a tack. And now, and I'm still in that kind of second phase of getting poor sleep, I feel terrible. And I feel average. That's what's bad. I feel average. So, whereas before I felt completely above average, and this is why so many people are like, oh, it's fine, I feel average. It's like feeling average in modern times is basically like terrible. Like if you feel average in the modern day, the average person has like brain fog that like you wouldn't believe. So before, when I was getting very good sleep, I was, super articulate. I think I recorded some videos for this channel when I was in that phase. I don't know, maybe. So maybe if you watch like my first or second video, you'll be able to hear what I sound like with very good sleep, with my brain operating at maximum efficiency. And now I'm not really great. I sound okay, I think, on the recording. You're going to have to be the judge of that. I sound like average, like maybe like okayly like articulate, but I could be so much better, and I could be, stringing together sentences so much better. So you freaking need to get good sleep. It's like not even an option. Again, like I said in my last video, we as a movement have an obligation to be functioning on completely like tip-top shape. Like we cannot be getting bad sleep anymore. You know, we could in the past, in like the 60s, when we had it all nice and comfy, and you know, church attendance was over 50% and things like that. But now we can't. Now we can't with all the stuff. So it's super, super important. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of really all I wanted to talk about. This video, I'm not going to keep you for too much longer, because all of my videos are like over 10 minutes. Let me make this a short and sweet one, all right? And this is also going to be kind of like an experiment. I barely even said. Anyway, whatever. Really quick. The thesis of the video, just to remember, is to get good sleep. Because if you get bad sleep, you won't feel necessarily bad, but you are robbing yourself from feeling extremely good, like you would on good sleep. And this goes for many other things that kind of reduce your cognitive ability, mainly pornography and eating like junk food, because your brain is, you know, like using the calories that you get from eating to operate. So eating junk food makes your brain think junk thoughts. So don't do that. So basically, you need to get good sleep, and trust me, you will feel extremely good. So I'm going to start with that today. You know, to solidify this video, I'm going to start doing all the stuff that I was doing before, and I guarantee that as a result, you're going to be seeing much better content. Even I think my content's doing pretty good so far. I think that this content renaissance that we're in is pretty good. So I don't know. So, but I'm gonna it's gonna be even better. Hey, you've seen good. You're gonna see better when I'm snoozing. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it. This video was kind of like an experiment in many ways, because it's going to be shorter, and I'm not going to do the thumbnail, and I'm going to do it like a different type of title, because I noticed that whenever I put like effort into thumbnails, the like, maybe I'm just bad at it, but whenever I put effort into thumbnails, the algorithm doesn't like it doesn't do as well in the algorithm. My 2 top viewed videos, apart from my short, which doesn't count, I might make another one of those soon anyway, but my top 2 videos like feature prominently like gameplay footage. So I'm gonna figure it out. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna let you off.